So, I survived the hurricane, which was like, I don't even remember when it was. A long while back. But in case you guys were wondering, I survived. But, I mean, heck, even if I didn't, like I told my sister, if I had died in the hurricane, I would have made a video about it. I mean, seriously, I would have gotten so many views from that. So, obviously, it's a new quarter. Well, I mean, I've been in the quarter for a little while now. I mean, I just had a midterm last week, so for this quarter, I actually only have two classes. I have instrument ground school and then small group development and church planting, which is a very interesting class, but sometimes it's a little weird, like the surprise thing our teacher does, where he'll take out his phone, set the timer for 5 minutes, and be like, "All right, tell me your testimony." I'm like, "You didn't say that we were going to do this last week." He's like, "Yeah, I know." So, we've had to do that a couple times, and since our teacher was not there last week, we just had our midterm done by someone else who gave it to us. So I'm assuming that since he wasn't there last week and he's going to be here this coming class, we're probably going to have to do that. So I'm going to try to work on it and shorten it a little bit. And flying, I've been doing a little bit, not too terribly much. Obviously, I've got flying, lessons that I'm doing. And then last week, I did go on a cross country. However, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I wanted to land at a towered airport and do that because it's been a long time since I've done that, and I'm kind of out of practice talking to air traffic control and all that different stuff. And well, the airplane I was in, the radios are confusing, and I guess there was one switch I didn't flip, and so I was not broadcasting on the radios. So yeah, I was about to get to the airport. I circled before getting into their airspace. I tried contacting them several times, and it's just like, they're not answering. So anyway, I just decided to go home because they weren't answering me, and I thought I had all the radios on, the proper switches flipped and all that stuff. So I just went home. And I was thinking that maybe I would go on one today, but I woke up this morning and I was like, I was like, blah. So, I'm thinking that today I'm just gonna study, and I figured I probably ought to make some sort of a video for people who are wondering, because it's been such a long time since I made a video. So, I am gonna go on a cross country this Tuesday, though. So, and then the following day, because I have my biannual flight review, and going on a cross country is part of my flight review. So, I figure before doing my flight review, I figure I'll just fly the same cross country that my instructor is going to have me do. So if you're wondering about the new setup, these are mattresses that we have. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep this set up next year because we're getting roommates and people have to sleep on something. But basically, the reason these mattresses are here is to block the reverb out. It absorbs some of the sound, make the video sound a little bit better. And also, I had another mattress like over here that I was putting there and experimenting with a kind of sound booth thing. It's one thing that I don't know if a lot of people know. I'm very interested in kind of voiceover, voice acting stuff. I want to do that at some point, which may seem a little weird. I'm going to be a missionary pilot, but I would just do like that kind of stuff, like voiceover stuff, like part-time, or just as a hobby, because I like doing it so much that even if I never get to get paid for this kind of stuff, I still want to do it. But anyway, with the setup, I'm now standing recording these videos instead of sitting down, because that is a lot better for recording. Like your voice, it generally sounds better, and it's easier to talk while you're standing as opposed to when you're sitting, and you can get more air into your lungs and all that kind of stuff. And Plus, it's, I don't know, a little bit more active. I mean, I'm moving around a little bit, but not much and stuff. This coming December, we'll be having Christmas break, and so of course I'll be coming home. Although for Christmas I might be driving home. There's some stuff that I want to bring back, but my parents won't be able to drive me back because of work and stuff. So I might be driving back, home, and I'm honestly pretty excited for it because, well, then again, this is a might. I'm really wanting to, but I've never driven that far by myself. Okay, I mean, obviously, I drove my car coming down here, but my dad was with me in the car, and then my mom followed in, I believe, a rental car. But anyway, I had them with me, but I've never done something like this where I go that far by myself. And the last time when we drove down here last year, I didn't really get to listen to audiobooks. That's one thing I love. I love listening to audiobooks. But last time we drove down here, I didn't really get to because my dad is not an audiobook listening type of person. Also, my parents were talking on the radio back and forth, so couldn't really pay attention to the story. So that's one thing I'm going to do. I've got an audiobook that I got last year for Christmas that I have not finished, and I plan to finish it. I also plan to catch up on a couple of podcasts, which I haven't listened to in a long while. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. You should all be excited to know that my roommate took his instrument written test and passed with a 92%. So that is really good for that specific test. It is, I've heard like getting your instrument rating is probably is the hardest part to do with becoming a pilot, and so he passed the written part of that with a 92%. So congratulations, Austin. I never told you that in person, but congratulations. I went ahead and changed shirts because I realized I was wearing a dark blue shirt up against a dark blue background. So, yeah, I just didn't want me to I didn't want to blend in too much. So, for a while now, since coming here to college, I've started to understand the appeal that some people might have for a landline instead of a cell phone. Oh my gosh. I got a message on it. I've been wanting to destroy this thing stop it, for so long, because people in the college, they make these group messages, and they're not about anything important. They're just regular stuff that they want to chat about and stuff like that. And so then they'll include me in it, and everyone sends messages back and forth, and when you send it in a group message, it goes to everybody. And so my phone fills up with messages. All right, and then every time when I go to open my messages, it's like, your inbox is 82% full. It's like and I'll be trying to message somebody, and I'll just, someone else about something that's actually important, and well, the phone, it then is like connecting. It's like, no, stop. Oh my, I just want to take my phone and just smash it. But unfortunately, I need that kind of thing to keep in contact with people. So probably once I'm out on the mission field and I'm not on my parents' cell phone plan, I'm just gonna toss it out the window. Just get rid of it. But now, to combat that little rant, there is some good news. For one thing, the Cessna 172 that we have has got new radios, and so it's really nice. They put a GPS in there too. It's a Garmin 430. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And it's really nice. There is only one thing. I wish they'd put in a second VOR, but whatever. I guess it's not too terrible because VORs are starting to kind of disappear very slowly, but not too long from now, they're just going to be all like shut down, not maintained. They're not going to be used because it's really expensive to maintain those things. And we've got GPS now, and so that's like way cheaper. And you can have access to GPS anywhere in the world. So I believe, I'm not sure, I haven't fact checked this, but I've heard that in 2025, the Gainesville VOR, the airport, which isn't too far from Keystone, that VOR is going to be shut down in 2025. So also something really exciting, the school, they are building a new hangar. Yes, they're doing a new hangar. It is going to be twice the size of the old one. And this one is going to be our main hangar. And then the other one is going to be the maintenance hangar. And it's just like they've cleared out this area, the area right beside it where there's all kinds of trees and stuff. And man, it's just huge, the area. And they're gonna build the hangar there, and it's going to have bathrooms. Oh, I'm so excited because I know it's going to have bathrooms because I've seen them out there working on it, and they've talked about it, them bringing like water line and stuff like that, and they have toilets. They have toilets for the bathrooms. So that'll be really great. Like if it gets built by next year, I don't know how long I'm still going to be here. I don't know if I'll be in the AMP program after next December. One after this coming December, but the following December. Anyway, I don't know if I'll still be here doing AMP stuff, or if I'll be working down here, or what I'll be doing, but that'll be really nice to have like a place where the aviation students can just kind of go and hang out. So the other day, I had something happen with my car. I was on my way to the airport, and my brakes gave out. I still have the back brakes, so don't worry. Nothing happened. My car's fine. But I lost the front brakes, and so all I had was the back brakes. So I made it to the airport, and I had our hangar maintenance guy take a look at it, and he said it was a little too complicated for him to get in there and do the fix the brake line. It's like, but his neighbor happened to be a mechanic, so he called him. He came over, looked at it, and just went ahead and replaced the whole brake line. So my car is working just fine. It's fine now. It's safe for me to drive it. But yeah, he got that fixed, and it was pretty great. It's like only cost me like $25, so it wasn't too expensive of a thing to fix that he did. So I realized I haven't been playing this thing in a long time. I really should learn how to play this better. I mean, I spent like $30 on it. This is the brake line that got replaced. Starting here, going all the way through this rubber here, all of that is rusted and corroded. Just thought you guys needed to know that. So that's the end of the video. I'm sure I probably say this every time. I haven't watched any of my own videos for a while, or remember what I put in them. But I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more regularly, like maybe every other week or so. I don't know, more regularly than just every once in a while, every couple of months. So, goodbye.
And they thought I wasn't in this video.